Okay, put your hands on your Kua. Of course, I don't have something to sit on except this stool here. And I just want you to, shoot, I'll do it, it's miniature. I want you to just sit down in your chair and feel your Kua. Okay, what's happening there at the Kua? Nothing, right? It shouldn't be, there's no tension there, is there? Okay, it's not like you're holding it. Try to tense your Kua. You can feel it, there's some big tendons right there. Yeah, just try to tense them up a little bit. Can you feel that? Yeah, okay. And then can you feel sort of how that reverberates through your body a bit? All right, now let the Kua go. Now I want you to 3 times tense them and then release them. It doesn't matter to me how you're tensing them, just feel that tendon kind of pop or feel movement there at the Kua. It's training you to become aware of where your Kua is and the tension. So just make sure that you've got it in the right place. It's here. If you have it up here on the bony part, you're not going to feel anything. It's here at the, if you need to stand up and feel it this way first, that's okay, but you know, find that place where you can feel that. There's a big, huge tendon there, and you can feel it working, a muscle actually. Okay, that's one of your hip flexors, and here's your Kua. So then when you sit down, that should be totally relaxed. And then try to tense them. Okay, good. Now you feel it. Good. Now try to tense them a little bit while you're seated, and then relax them and tense them and relax them. Do that 3 times. So you gain some muscle neuro connection there, proprioceptive awareness of that. The relaxing, let it go. Okay. Now, tense your quads. And you feel how it activates that area too? Your quads are your thing. Yeah, then relax your quads. Good. All right, now what I want you to do is to, we'll really feel it this way. Pick up your left leg. Just lift it up a little bit. Now you can feel the activation of the Kua. You can feel that? Okay. All right, so that's what we don't want happening in Tai Chi, is that tension there. All right, so now just put your hands on your knees. And I want you to become aware of your sit bones. Now your sit bones are the part that you're sitting on your pelvis. Your sit bones are right here, 2 points. I always talk about the tailbone, but you know what, really, if you put your awareness at the sit bones and then just let them go, I want you to just let them go, let them go, let them go, so that they're placing indentations. I don't know if you can see on my finger, but these sit bones are indenting my finger. That's what I want you to feel in the chair, that your sit bones are just, relax your elbows. There you go. And now make your sit bones heavier and heavier so that they're leaving an indentation in the chair, and heavier. Now, do you feel that there's almost an equal and opposite reaction to that your body feels like it's elongating the more you can let go of those? Yeah, that's what your Tai Chi stance should feel like. Yep. Okay. And now in that position, if you feel your Kua, go ahead and feel it. If you can slide back there without disrupting just use one hand on one Kua. Can you feel that the Kua is opened? That there's a little more space, that there's a little bit more of a divot there? For me, I can definitely feel it. Yeah, okay, thank you, DG. So the more you can now go ahead and relax your arms again, place your hands on your knees, your elbows are just hanging. Put those sit bones heavy, heavy, heavy. And your spine starts to, it's almost like you can feel that whole songing effect through your body. See, there's a nice 1 or 2 minute Tai Chi thing you can do in your day. All right, so that's releasing the Kua. And releasing the Kua is how we transfer our weight from one leg to the other. In other words, it's how we take a step. It's opposite, are we surprised, of how we normally move and take steps. So now that you know where the Kua is, you felt the difference in tension in the Kua and releasing of the Kua, And then you felt that effect of songing throughout your body. Let's try to put this now in our Tai Chi stance and then a step. Okay? So go ahead and stand up, put your chair out of the way so we're not going to trip on that. And now get in your Tai Chi stance and feel, instead of thinking, okay, I'm getting in my Tai Chi stance, what I want you to feel is that you're literally sitting in a chair and you're letting your sit bones leave an indentation in that chair. And you're feeling that expansiveness and that elongating of everything. Like, so when I say heavy tailbone, maybe that works for some people, but maybe think of the sit bones being heavy and they're leaving an indentation. Now feel your Kua here, and you're going to feel there's a little bit of activation there. And so see if you can't just release it and soften it a little bit. It takes practice. It's such a refined, it's an area that we don't have a lot of awareness of. And the more you can release that, the more your Tai Chi posture will feel as it should. Now, actually, let's get in a bow stance. I think it'd be easier that way. That's not a heavy, big bow stance, but just, all right. Now, we want to weight shift to the front leg, and we'll just bring our toe in front, and then we'll come back. Do that a couple times, and just have your hand on the Kua, and feel what's happening. Typically what happens is this hardens, it becomes tense, okay? I can feel it right now that you know where that spot is. You feel that? Yeah. Now, we want to do the opposite of that. What we want to do is drop this Kua, or open this Kua, or release this Kua to take that step forward. So your hand here, just so you can get feedback. And instead of pushing down into the floor and transferring as we normally do, just imagine that this sit bone is sitting in that chair real heavy. And then bring the foot forward. So that we are transferring our weight by letting go of the Kua. Here, let go. Sit bone is heavy. Yeah, switch sides, try it the other way. So just release this Kua. You kind of have to arrange your feet so it feels normal, or so this foot in this instance I have straight forward. And release the Kua to bring the foot forward. That was it, Sarah, and back. So it's just a releasing, sitting that sit bone down heavy, and it's almost like it frees it to move. This is a real subtle internal thing, but transforms how your Tai Chi feels once you get this going, even once or twice in your Tai Chi, but consistently. So you let it go. Let that sit bone be heavy to transfer the weight. Okay, let's try it with waving hands and clouds. Let's see how that goes. So that as the leg you're weight shifting to, that's the Kua that has to release. You're sitting down, that sit bone gets heavier. Well, let's try from here. Make sure you don't start out with a really wide stance from here. As I turn, I'm letting go, letting go, letting go, letting go. Then this leg is totally free to come in. Switch. So I know I've taught this before, but this is even more subtle. You're not pushing on this outside leg. You start to let go here. Let it go, let it go, let it go, let it go, let it go. It's real heavy now, the sit bone's heavy. This one almost wants to go out. Switch up your arms, and then let this Kua go, and just let the sit bone be heavy. Release the Kua, release the Kua. Sit bone heavy. That helps to bring the foot in. One more. So you feel that feeling, okay, two more. That feeling when we were sitting in the chair and you felt that expansiveness, you feel that as a result of letting this go. So it's an expanding feeling rather than a shrinking feeling. Okay, now Keep your Kua tight this time. In other words, keep some tension there as you come across. And do you feel how you feel more compressed, and you feel more linear, and then therefore stiffer? It's kind of like a toothpick on its end that can be toppled over easily. Okay? Do it again. Come across and tense this Kua. Tense it. You may feel like artificially taller, but you're more tippy because your center of gravity is up. All right, now let's do it the other way. Let this side go, whew, and then as you weight shift to it, let that sit bone leave an indentation in the chair. Now do you feel how you feel more grounded? And you're just more, you're occupying more space. Forward, backward, up, and down. Yeah. Let go of that right Kua, let it go. Sit bone heavy in the chair. Now you could just do whatever you wanted to with that leg. Okay, let's try it with brush knee, and then we'll run through our Tai Chi again and just try to feel this feeling that you step forward by releasing the Kua on the weight-bearing side, not by stiffening it, not by pushing off. All right, so here we are. So right now, your weight-bearing side is the left leg, so let that sit bone go. Let it be heavy into the chair. That allows you to swivel more. All right, now here we are right here. This is the transition where it will feel so much better. Your breath will drop, everything will work better. You've got the momentum going here, so the more I weight shift to this leg, the more I let this Kua go. Then it allows me to bring that foot in so nice and sweet. So now this Kua is already let go. So turn. And as I weight shift, I'm letting this one go. I'm not pushing up forward into it. I'm sitting down, letting that sit bone leave the indentation in the chair. Okay, try one more here. Now I want you to tense this Kua, push it forward a little bit. This one. In other words, do it wrong. Now, do you feel how stuck you feel? Try to lift your back leg. Ugh, it's stuck, isn't it? Do you feel that? All right, so now actually release this Kua, sit down in that chair, and then do anything you want with this leg. You can do whatever you want with it. It's free. You see? Not only that, but it's inviting that leg to move. As you sit this down, it's inviting this leg to do what it needs to go rather than forcing that leg to do what it needs to do. So here we are. I let go of this Kua, put my sit bone in the chair. This leg can do whatever I want it to do. Do you feel that? Yeah. And it feels so good because it's lengthening and opening up your posture without having to think, lengthen and open up the posture. Okay? Could you feel it? Very good. All right, then, let's try that. So I think to invite you to try it every time we do this maneuver. It doesn't matter whether it's brush knee or it's parting wild horse's mane or it's repulse monkey. It's the same thing. The leg that I am weight bearing to is the one that I let go of the Kua to free up the other leg. All right. Yeah, so just, it's easy to get, sometimes it's easy to get a little disorganized with it, but it's easy. It's the weight bearing leg that you're sitting down in the chair and putting that indentation with your pelvis bone. Your sit bone. Good.